It accelerated really quickly. I mean, I didn't think that it would reach us. It was a firestorm. It was a tornado.
On January 7th, the raging fire that ripped through Los Angeles neighborhoods like the Pacific Palisades forced thousands to evacuate. At least 29 people were killed and thousands of structures destroyed.
They've all lost their houses.
This wildfire ranks as LA's costliest disaster, hitting homeowners especially hard amid a growing insurance crisis, where it's harder to get and keep insurance due to wildfire risk.
But if, as we've seen in California, if one goes, the whole rest of them goes.
Dossie Brewington from North Bend watched the LA fires every day, fully aware it could happen here.
Used to, we get a lot of rain.
In his more than 3 decades in the Northwest, Dossie's witnessed the mounting frequency and intensity of wildfires in the region.
The last 3 summers are pretty dry around here.
Dossie doesn't want to see his neighborhood destroyed like in Southern California.
Probably the most significant, I did improve the gutters.
To protect his property and his life, he's working to get his entire HOA on board with the goal of protecting their community from wildfire.
Well, for most of us, your biggest asset financially is your home.
Dossie went to the professionals and met Kat Robinson.
Summers are getting hotter, they're getting drier.
She's a wildfire mitigation coordinator with Eastside Fire and Rescue.
All of this is on the schedule to get replaced.
Kat assessed Dossie's home over the summer, and we were there when she came back to check on the improvements he'd made.
So siding is fantastic too. Yeah. That makes a big difference. You know, even with the dry debris along the bottom.
She evaluates every corner of a property, identifying defensible space, fire hazards, and minor fixes that could save you and your home in an emergency. Kat's job was created 2 years ago.
So I'm upstairs.
It's her job to address the growing wildfire threat in eastern King County.
Could something like what happened in the Palisades happen here?
We should be vigilant, and we should be taking the steps to harden our homes, to make those mitigations, to come together as fire-adapted communities. Dossie's place will be out here.
Kat is just one of the many investments the state is making to prepare for the inevitable. Counties, legislators, and the newly sworn-in insurance commissioner, Patty Kuderer, say they want to do something about it. After 1 week on the job, she told me her priority is to pass statewide building codes that will better protect homes and insurance policies, not if, but when a fire comes.
It's more costly to have to deal with this after the fact than it is to be more forward-thinking and more preventative-based.
If I get dropped again, I don't know what I'll do.
Last year, the King 5 investigators exposed homeowners say they are being unfairly dropped at record rates due to wildfire risk. Complaints to the insurance commissioner doubled in the past year.
We don't want to end up like California is right now. It's going to take not just individual state effort. The western states are already collaborating on a regional solution to this.
Kuderer says we still have time to protect ourselves. In addition to updating building codes, she's suggesting a government program to help pay for it. Ultimately, she says these non-renewals tell us this is a threat we can't afford to ignore.
Only takes one incident for people to go, I should have.
Dossie knows firsthand what it's like to lose everything. As a baby, his home burned down in a fire.
My mom telling me about having to throw me out in the back of the wagon and get the horses moving.
With the Pacific Palisades tragedy fresh on people's minds, advocates say it's time to seize the momentum and act. Dossie, who's Native American, wants to honor his culture, rooted in nature, fire, and the environment.
Being Native American, fire it's part of our culture, but you just don't let it run wild.